everyone, welcome to Gray Man Prepping. Today I have a continue on with the Prepping for Beginners series. All right, so let's bring up the other slides here. There we go. All right, so SMART goals. That's what you need to plan for the future. So let's explore what SMART goals are. Now, one of the things you got to ask yourself is, what is your vision for your future? Well, a vision is a picture of future success, or the culmination of a desire, of a completion of a goal, of not more than a goal, but completion of something that you want. Best thing to say about it is if you can see it, you can plan for it. A vision is big. It takes multiple steps to achieve. It's not just a simple thing like, oh, I have a vision today of I'm going to gas up the truck. No, a vision is big. It's something that, it takes a while to do. Now, steps are the goals in achieving your vision. So one of the first things we got to learn is how to set up your goals. So you've heard the saying about eating an elephant. Well, the question is, well, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. So how do you fulfill your vision? Well, your vision is fulfilled one goal at a time. So what are goals? Well, goals, a way to use a metaphor here, are like the rungs on a ladder. To get you up to your vision, you got to climb the ladder one goal at a time. Or it's the footsteps of a journey. And what's the saying is, Confucius say, a long journey begins with one step. Or as we just said, the bites of a very large meal. So here's some examples of some goals. So the goals are your steps towards your vision. For example, to climb Mount Everest, a team might have the goals of establishing 4 base camps along the way so they can get up there. But you're not going to be able to do it all in one shot. Setting your vision. All right, so I'm going to use an example here for preppers. I want a year's supply of food. Sounds kind of straightforward. So let's explore this a bit. The question is, how are you going to achieve that? Well, simple, by using SMART goals to get you on the way to achieve it. So SMART goals, what are they? Well, there's 5 criteria for it to be a SMART goal. It must be specific. It must be measurable. It must be attainable, relevant, and timely. So specific, let's explore specific a little bit here. So for getting your 1-year supply of food, the goals must be related to the food. Like, oh, I'm going to need to get a Maserati. Well, that's not part of, it's not a goal for your vision of getting a year's supply of food. Measurable. You got to be able to measure your progress along. It's like running a race. As you're running the race, you got the markers for how far you've gone, so you know how you're doing it. Attainable means, well, it's something you got to be able to do. Well, I'm going to go and climb this outside of this skyscraper over here with no gear. Well, that's not obtainable. Relevant. It has to be connected to the vision. I mean, it's got to be relevant to obtaining the vision. If it's not a SMART goal. Now, timely or time-based, it's basically what that means is you set it where a specific time frame to be able to complete it. So let's look at some goals here. I'm going to explore whether or not they are SMART goals or weak goals or goals. So the first one here Win the lottery to pay for the food. Well, that's not a smart goal because you can't guarantee you're going to win it. So there's nothing there. It's not time-based. You can't say when you're going to win the lottery. Winning the lottery to pay for the food is not a smart goal. Now, the next one, enroll in gardening classes. Well, it depends how you're planning on getting that food. Are you planning on raising the food? And from raising the food, gain your 1 year supply of food? Then it might be relevant to the way you're going to get the food. Next one here is audit your pantry. Well, that's a good starting point to figure out what you already have. To figure out, all right, I got this much already, so now I just need to know more. So you got your a base there, finding out what you have. And auditing that is one of the first steps. Find out where you're at. So auditing your pantry could be a good, smart goal for your getting a 1 year supply of food. Watching videos on freeze drying. Again, it might, while this is a good practical thing to do, it's not really a smart goal. Not unless you're planning on freeze drying all the food you're getting to get it. But then that's not actually getting to your supply, that's storing to your supply. So you see what I'm talking about? It's not exactly aimed specifically at getting a year's supply of food. Setting a time frame for getting preset amounts. Now, this is very important. This is basically setting out the rungs of your ladder on your way to getting your year's supply. Basically, you set a time frame for getting preset amounts. Well, I'm going to get, so much every week, and so you set that up as goals for getting certain amounts. So that works for getting, as a good SMART goal. So let's see the next one here. Establishing a budget. Another important one. Just because you have a goal and you set preset amounts, do you have the money to do it? So that the budget is part of the attainable portion of it. Is it attainable to do it? Well, you establish a budget and you can figure out, okay, I can spend so much a week to get food. The next one here, read books about food preservation. Again, this one might apply if you were planning on growing all your food to gain that year's supply of food. Next one here, meet with a preparedness instructor or a professional in this field. That is a good thing to have one of your basic first goals. You meet with somebody, they help you lay out the rest of your goals. So everything works so it is obtainable for you to get your year's supply of food. Watch reality prepping shows on TV or YouTube. And that's not really going to help you at all. That's not going to help you actually physically go along and get the stuff. All right. Now, the next one here, work on a meal plan. Working on a meal plan falls right in line with the audit your pantry, establish a time frame to getting preset amounts of stuff. There are 365 days in a year, 3 meals a day. So working on a meal plan, you can set up as part of the step-by-step process of what you need to have for a year's supply of food. Because it doesn't really help you if you get a year's supply of food that you don't eat or that doesn't mash up for a proper meal plan to have a proper diet. All right. So I hope this is helping you understand, setting up SMART goals for different things. All right. So organizing your goals. Some goals can be achieved in a short amount of time. Others are long-term goals, and it might require a number of small steps to complete a specific long-term goal. Organizing your goals is part of planning. Basically, it's like time management. And organizing, so which goal do I do first? Or which ones do I start on first? Now, you may work on several goals at the same time. Remember, the goals are the steps towards fulfilling your vision. And having SMART goals make accomplishing your vision more likely. Because if you have dumb goals, you're probably not going to accomplish getting your vision done. One of the sayings is you can choose to be adrift in a boat with no rudder, or you can build a rudder and get where you want to go. Basically, we've kind of covered visions, goals, and planning. Vision is a picture of future success, where you want to be, what you want to accomplish. The goals are the steps to the vision, to complete it, to get there. Planning is how we achieve each goal and the order of which we start and finish the goals. So I'm going to wrap it up here now, just letting everybody know that my live streams are Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern and Thursday at 11:55 p.m. Yeah, I started 5 minutes early because people were getting confused. Well, if it's the midnight ride, does it start at midnight at the end of Thursday or the beginning of Thursday? Well, this puts it clear. It's at the end of Thursday. Some out here, I'm going to throw a couple of links out here, some videos you might be interested in. And remind everybody, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicines, skills, anything you're going to need to complete your goal or your vision of being ready for disasters.